Okay, we've got an equation here. 5x plus 1 minus 2x plus 5 equals 2x plus 10. It looks like a kind of a big equation, might be a little bit scary just looking at it just from its size. But what you're going to find out is that these are actually pretty easy to solve because we're just going to do little baby steps. There's nothing in here except baby steps. It's all little tiny steps, and you just do several of them, and the problem gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller until eventually it's solved. So our goal is to get x by itself. And right now we've got several different terms where there's an x in them. There's one there, here's another one, and then here's another one over on the right side. But what I want to start with are those first two terms on the left side. A 5x minus 2x. Those are what we call like terms. They look alike, they're similar. And you can combine them into one term. 5x minus 2x is 3x. Just like 5 minus 2 is 3, 5x minus 2x is 3x. And then I'm just going to rewrite the rest of the equation the same way. Plus 1, just as it is above. That's this term right here. And then plus 5. That's the same. I'm just going to rewrite that. So you can see these are just little baby steps. And that equals, on the right side, 2x plus 10. I'm going to rewrite that. Just bringing it down and rewriting. 2x plus 10. I look over here and I see two terms, 1 and a 5. Those two terms can be combined. So why don't we combine those two terms over on the left side? We'll get each side as simple as possible. So I'm just going to rewrite the 3x, no change, plus the 1 plus 5, that can be just written as a 6, right? 1 plus 5 is 6. And that equals, on the right side, I'm just going to rewrite it all down, no changes, 2x plus 10. Okay, I would like to get x by itself on one side, and we've got x terms on both sides. We have a 3x over here on the left, and we have a 2x over here on the right. So I'm going to get rid of the 2x on the right just by subtracting a 2x from both sides. So first I'll rewrite the equation just as it is down here, but I'm going to leave a little bit of extra room. So I'm going to go 3x plus 6. I just rewrote everything here on the left side. And that equals, I'm going to rewrite everything on the right side, 2x plus 10. But now I'd like to get rid of this 2x over here on the left side. So how do I do that? I'm going to subtract a 2x from both sides. And I'm going to write that in blue just so you can see it and keep up with it. So I'm subtracting a 2x from the right side. I'm subtracting a 2x from the left side. Remember, we can do anything we want to either side of the equation as long as we do the same thing to both sides of the equation. Let's see what we get over here on the left side. Are there any terms we can combine? We've got a 3x and a minus 2x. Well, 3x here and the minus 2x. What's 3x minus 2x? That's just 1x, right? Or I'll just say x. And plus 6. So I'll just bring down the plus 6. That was it. That whole term over there got a whole lot simpler, right? And then over on the right side, we've got 2x plus 10 minus 2x. Well, this 2x here, positive 2x, and this minus 2x is going to combine to 0. So it's really just 10. This whole thing goes away. The 2x goes away, minus 2x. Those two go to 0, so you're left with 10 You could say plus 0 if you wanted, or you could just say 10. But I'll just leave it out and say 10 plus 0. And so now let's simplify again. On the left side we have x plus 6. And on the right side, 10 plus 0 is just 10, right? So we'll do one last thing here. I'm going to rewrite this equation, x plus 6. I need to get rid of that 6. How am I going to do that? X plus 6 equals 10. So in order to get rid of this 6 on the left side, I'm just going to subtract 6. And you're saying, wow, that's awfully bold of you. And I say, well, it's just a thing in math that I can do anything I want to either side of the equation as long as I do the same thing to both sides of the equation. So now, to simplify again, x plus 6 minus 6, well, that's just the same as saying x, because this plus 6 and minus 6 sum to 0. So we're just left with x on the left side. And that equals on the right side, 10 minus 6 is 4. So our solution is x equals 4. And I'm just going to put a rectangle around it to make it clear that that's the solution to our problem. And we can stop right here. We're done. We've solved the problem. We did our little baby steps, and here we are. We've got x isolated by itself. But to make sure that we got the right answer, we could plug our solution of x equals 4 back into the original problem, the original equation. And we should get two numbers on each side of the equation that equal each other. So let's do that. This is just a way of checking our answer, making sure we got the right answer. So the first step is to rewrite the original equation. So there it is. We're going to plug in the solution of x equals 4. Everywhere there's an x. So there's an x right there. There's an x right here. And there's another x over here on the right side of the equation. So we're going to plug in our 4 for each one of those. And we'll see if the two sides are equal. So the first term here is 5 times x. So I'm going to write 5 times, and our solution for x is 4. We're plugging in 4. So that's what we're going to put in there. And then plus 1. Where does the plus 1 come from? That's this right here. Then minus 2x. The next term here is minus 2x. So I'm going to say minus 2 times, and our solution is 4. So we're plugging in 4 for every x. And the next term is the plus 5. Where did I get that from? That's this term right here. And that is equal to, on the right side, 2 times x. So 2 times, what are we plugging in for x? 4, right? Where did that come from? Right here, right? Our solution. And then the last term is plus 10. And that's from right here. So now we just have a bunch of numbers on both sides, and we need to simplify, and it's pretty easy math at this point. 5 times 4 is our first little part. So we'll simplify that to be 20. Plus 1. This right here. And then minus 2 times 4. Well, minus 2 times 4 is 8. So this part right here, minus 2 times 4 becomes minus 8. And then finally this plus 5, I'm just going to rewrite it. I'm just bringing that down, no change. And that equals, over on the right side, 2 times 4. 2 times 4 is 8. Simplify the 2 times 4. And then the last part is plus 10. That's this part right here. Nothing changes. Just going to rewrite it. And now let's simplify what we have on the left side. 20 plus 1. That's 21. And then minus 8 plus 5. That's minus 3. And then that equals on the right side 8 plus 10. That's 18. So we're almost there. Now 21 minus 3. Well, that simplifies to 18. And that's equal to 18 over on the right side. So we got two numbers that equal each other. That means that our solution of x equals 4 is correct. And I'm going to give us an A+.
Thumbs up and subscribe. For more videos like this, check out algebravideos.com.